After the family business went bankrupt, Anastasia Steele desperately needed funds to save her parents' cherished candy factory. She threw herself into the high society selection process for Damien Sterling, the billionaire CEO and heir to a vast empire in the elite circles of New York. His mother, a sharp and influential woman, spotted Anna right away and pulled her into the final round. To seal the deal on this marriage of convenience, Anna cozied up to Damien's mother, probing for tips on what kind of woman the obsessive alpha male preferred. The rumors swirled that Damien was devastatingly handsome, with a sharp intellect and an impeccable physique, but his tastes in partners remained a tightly guarded secret. Damien's mother hesitated, sweat beading on her forehead, before blurting out that her son liked sexy women, bold, curvaceous types. Anna glanced down at her own modest figure and felt a wave of defeat, but the mother quickly backtracked, insisting Damien actually preferred a more refined, flat-chested elegance that screamed high-class sophistication. Encouraged by this, Anna rushed home and ordered 10 pairs of padded inserts overnight, stuffing them in until she achieved a voluptuous, wave-like allure. She headed to the exclusive restaurant atop a skyscraper overlooking Manhattan, where the finest cuisine awaited in a private dining room with crystal chandeliers and panoramic views of the city lights. Anna waited impatiently, and to avoid wasting the gourmet spread, she devoured everything on the table. Just as she finished, Damien arrived, tall, with snow-white skin, a high-bridged nose, sharp brows accented by a striking red mole, dressed in a crisp white shirt, black trousers, and an ink-black suit jacket draped over his arm. His presence exuded cold, luxurious nobility, the kind of man Anna had fantasized about in her pre-bankruptcy days, when life was all about indulgence in penthouse parties and private jets. He apologized politely for the delay due to a board meeting, his voice smooth and courteous. Anna flashed a seductive smile, assuring him work came first and suggested they eat and chat. Inside, she preened, feeling sexy, charming, and intellectually poised, perfect for snaring this billionaire CEO. But Damien scanned the empty plates and quipped innocently about the restaurant serving an air menu. Mortified, Anna realized her blunder. He ordered more food, kindly offering her another portion, which she declined, staring awkwardly as he ate with refined grace. After wiping his mouth meticulously, his gaze roamed over her, lingering on something under the table. He teased that she seemed more like a promotional model than a date, then pointed out she'd dropped something, a padded insert that had slipped out. Humiliated, Anna wanted the ground to swallow her. Later, Damien's mother called, eager for details, but Anna sighed that her son probably wasn't interested. When Anna casually suggested he might not like women, the mother spilled everything Damien preferred men, and she had hoped a girl like Anna could turn his head. Shocked but pragmatic, Anna drew the line at being a beard, until the mother offered $30 million to marry him, with the option to divorce after a year if no feelings developed, keeping the money. Anna's resolve crumbled, that some could revive the factory. She agreed earnestly, vowing to guide him back to the straight path, though her real motive was the cash. With the mother's blessing, Anna pursued Damien subtly. She texted him, and he sent back a gym photo, sweaty in white tank and gray shorts, his chiseled form on display, a massive bulge hinting at raw power. In the background, muscular men eyed him hungrily. Anna felt a forbidden stir, but reminded him coyly to be discreet as his date. He withdrew the photo quickly, claiming it was meant for a friend. Undeterred, Anna confronted him about his orientation, saying she didn't mind and proposed marriage. After a pause, he agreed, transferring 7 figures as a voluntary gift to settle internal matters before the wedding. Code for placating lovers. Anna accepted gleefully, her heart racing at the windfall. The next day, Damien's mother whisked Anna to high-end boutiques on Fifth Avenue, from Cartier to Van Cleef and Arpels, loading bodyguards with bags of diamonds, gowns, and luxury accessories. She bragged to every socialite they met about her soon-to-be daughter-in-law and the upcoming lavish wedding at their Italian villa. Anna's face ached from smiling, but the shopping spree fueled her. At the last store, they bumped into a rival matron, mother of Damien's rumored male lover. Damien's mother gloated about the marriage, leaving the other woman fuming. Later, Anna learned the rivalry stemmed from that man's entanglement with her possessive husband-to-be. The wedding was set for 6 months later. Damien's mother insisted Anna move into their sprawling New York penthouse with views of Central Park, complete with a private elevator and rooftop helipad. While Damien jetted off on business to Europe via his private jet, Anna enjoyed spa days and shopping with his mother. One night, overhearing a heated phone call, Anna caught the mother berating Damien for dallying with a fox abroad right before the wedding. Anna shrugged it off, counting her prepaid $15 million and Damien's transfers, drifting to sleep in silk sheets. A month before the ceremony, they tried on the wedding gown, a deep V design shimmering with natural diamonds, elegant yet provocative, chosen by Damien himself. His mother assured Anna that her son, the mafia boss undertones in his empire notwithstanding, was responsible and would cut ties with outsiders. Anna nodded, thinking how his good looks could deceive any innocent girl. But she was in it for the money. Emerging in the gown, she admired her reflection, a pang of sadness for her lost parents hitting her. If they were alive, they'd disapprove of this forced marriage, but necessity trumped ideals. Unnoticed, Damien entered, gold-rimmed glasses framing his intense eyes, black suit hugging his dominant frame. He leaned against the door, posture elegant yet commanding, his dark gaze fixed on her. Anna turned, stammering, but he approached slowly, bending close to adjust her veil, his breath hot on her skin. Despite knowing his preferences, her heart pounded at his magnetic charm. He knelt, presenting a ring from a velvet box, insisting on the ritual even if premature. Anna protested it wasn't necessary for their arrangement, but he slid it on her finger, standing to tower over her, his smile possessive. "Call me Damien now," he murmured, voice laced with seduction. "Or like other wives call their husbands, try it." His mother's voice interrupted, and he left after an apologetic smile. Anna overheard her scolding him to stay faithful post-wedding. No more betrayals. Anna slapped her cheeks, reminding herself this was for the factory's survival, paying workers, honoring her parents' legacy. Her own past of frivolity had left her unprepared, but now she fought for the elderly employees who'd begged to keep their jobs. Wedding day arrived in a blur of opulence at the Italian villa, with yachts docked nearby and Maybach limos ferrying guests. Damien, the grumpy sunshine in her life, vowed eternal respect, love, and protection as her husband. Under crystal lights, Anna agreed, the crowd cheering. That night, while Damien showered, Anna huddled in the massive four-poster bed, discussing profits from wedding favors, candy from her factory, with the manager. The hall covered 3 months' wages, sparking dreams of premium lines marketed under her new sterling name. Damien emerged in a loosely tied robe, exposing pale, sculpted chest, toweling his damp hair. Water droplets traced down his collarbone, vanishing into fabric. Anna swallowed hard, stammering that he'd finished. He smiled, urging her to shower. Reality hit. They shared a room, bathroom, bed. Grateful for his orientation sparing intimate demands, Anna rushed through her routine. Returning, lights dimmed, she slipped in beside him, phone dying. Reaching for a charger in his nightstand, she spotted lubricant, evidence of his preferences. She teased meaningfully, assuring understanding and respect for his freedom. Damien's ears flushed, eyes sparkling oddly as he handed the charger. She asked to turn off lights. He reached over her waist, voice muffled, agreeing. In darkness, Anna chatted idly about the switch. Morning brought her nestled in his arms, face against his firm chest. He released her lazily, greeting her without anger. Anna apologized, blaming a dream of a handsome man serving her, leading to the tangle. He laughed it off, not minding, heading to wash up. Anna marveled at his kindness. Breakfast with his parents in the sunlit dining room followed. Then Damien and his father left for the office in a fleet of luxury cars. His mother quizzed Anna excitedly about the night. Anna shrugged. They'd shared the bed peacefully. The mother beamed, urging persistence. Anna pitied her, knowing Damien's tastes were irreversible, but relished the monthly allowances funding her leisurely life factory visits weekdays, weekends of spas, galas, and promoting candy among elites. The factory thrived, debts cleared. Eager for the next transfer, Anna met a friend at an upscale bar, flirting lightly with a male model. Spotting Damien leaned intimately against another man, his dark eyes piercing her. Guilt flickered, but defiance rose. He could have lovers, why not her? Trembling, she grasped the model's hand. Her friend whispered Damien approached. He loomed, face stormy, ordering her home. The drive in his Maybach was silent, tension thick. Anna muttered defensively that she hadn't questioned his embrace, so why meddle in hers? Damien's jaw tightened, but he said nothing. Back in the penthouse, overlooking the glittering skyline, his possessive husband's side emerged. He cornered her against the marble wall, breath hot, eyes blazing with jealousy and revenge for her perceived betrayal. "You're mine," he growled inwardly, every fiber screaming ownership. "Touch her and die, anyone who dares." His hands gripped her wrists, pinning them above her head in a wall dunk that sent shivers through her submissive form. What followed was a whirlwind of high abuse intensity mixed with sweet surrender. He tore at her dress with controlled fury, fabric ripping in the red room of their suite, a space of dark romance filled with silk ties and leather belts for punishment. Anna's body responded despite the age gap and enemies to lovers friction, her little wife role awakening under his dominant touch. He bound her wrists with red ropes, whispering "good girl" as she yielded, his obsessive alpha male nature claiming her fully. The private jet fantasies paled compared to this reality. Car vibrations in the garage below, bath steam in the en-suite with play that left her breathless. Exhausted, pregnant with possibility from their forced marriage turning passionate, Anna realized the rumors were false. Damien, the mafia boss heir, proved his straight desires through relentless action. His flowing "do you think I like men now, baby girl? Mine to ruin." He teased as she lay spent, body marked by his possession. The luxury lifestyle enveloped them. Trips to Italian estates, yacht escapades, Cartier gifts symbolizing his claim. Jealousy fueled more encounters, each a mix of grudge and bliss, ensuring their heir would seal the dynasty. "She's mine. Every breath she takes belongs to me. No one else will ever have her." Their marriage of convenience blossomed into an unbreakable bond. Anna's factory saved. Her life intertwined with his in a whirlwind of wealth and desire. But earlier tensions resurfaced when Damien's transfers dwindled. Anna discovered a male intruder in their world, a supposed lover poaching her funds. Storming their luxury loft, she confronted the man with grandmotherly sternness, berating his audacity. The intruder whined as Damien arrived, but Anna played the victim, feigning tears over betrayal. Damien's face twisted in frustration, but her dramatics, stomping, pleading, shifted the dynamic. That night, in the penthouse's master suite with ocean views from floor-to-ceiling windows, Damien's body proved his orientation again, exhausting her with dominant prowess. "You're mine," he asserted in his mind, the possessive husband unbreakable. High sweet moments followed abuse, hints of bath play and belt discipline leaving her submissive and adored. Pregnant whispers of an heir loomed, revenge on rumors complete in their dark romance. "You're mine. Every inch, every sigh mine to ruin, baby girl."